Lisa Hamill, April showers bring May flowers.
Ugh, I hate it. These allergies in spring are so demanding. The worst part is the nasal congestion. In my daily work activities as a pharmacist, this is a common complaint that I hear each year around this time, if not sooner. Nasal congestion requires some relief. However, sometimes people cannot take the over the counter medications because they are dealing with high blood pressure or some other issue that makes using a decongestant undesirable. Here is a little secret that you may or may not have heard of. Pseudoephedrine, or Sudafed, by brand, is an agent that is often used to promote improved breathing due to congestion. The way it works is by boosting heart rate. As blood flow increases due to the heart rate, the dilated blood vessels shrink back down. This opens up the airways and airflow through the nose, and it is restored. So breathing comes easier. It's so nice to experience the ease of breathing fresh, unobstructed air. Again, what if I gave you a non drug solution to opening the airways of your congested nose? Would that interest you? Since the medication that is purchased over the counter is a cardiac stimulant, an agent that increases the heart rate, you can increase the heart rate by simply engaging in a short run of exercise. One of those exercises is using the countertop so you can do some push ups against it. Here's a demonstration. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Lifting the torso with the contraction of muscles required for additional blood flow to the upper body. This demands extra work by the heart, and the heart will naturally increase the heart rate. Voila! Heart rate goes up, blood pressure, blood flow increases, and congestion is diminished. Breathe in. It feels so good to breathe fresh air easily again. Other exercises also have that same increase in heart rate effect. And these are things like tummy crunches, if you have a chance to breathe abdominally, lifting the heels and standing on the toes, and repeating the cycle a few times to reduce congestion. The result of breathing easy again can last several minutes and is far more natural way of boosting heart rate. This increase in heart rate is an effective and natural way of decongesting stuffy noses. It allows you to festivate instead of medicate. Isn't that a nice idea? Just enjoy it a lot more easily than stuffing tablets down your throat. Now, another benefit of boosting the heart rate is recuperating the mid-afternoon slump. Instead of another cup of coffee, take a few minutes to re-energize your stamina and cognitive clarity. Join me for a minute or so. For those of you interested, I'm presenting and imposing 5 to 7 minutes of your time. If you just give me 1 minute of your time, I could impose and introduce you to a very powerful health practice. Let's stand up if you're so inclined. Here we go. All you need to do is rise up and down, up on your toes with your heels, and just do that to begin the movement process. And we're going to do it 8 times approximately. Now, before we start, what would really help is if you just took a few seconds, 10 to be exact, and measure your heart rate at this moment to begin with. For most people, that heart rate is somewhere between 60 and maybe 75 or 80. I am going to time you for 10 seconds if you don't mind. Just check out your heart rate on your wrist or your throat, and I will give you an opportunity to do that as I watch the clock. Go ahead. Okay, there's our 10 seconds. I'm sure you've got a baseline number. So now, if you're standing, here we go with a sample exercise opportunity. And we'll see how the heart rate changes in just 1 minute or 60 seconds of movement. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Then we do the butterfly. Arms up and then clap under each knee. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Then there is the swim stretch. Reach out to the left with your right hand and your right foot out on the other side so that you have a big stretch through your waist. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Then our last one is another midriff stretch that helps you achieve that 26-inch waist you've always wanted. Elbow on the knee, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And that completes the whole exercise with our warm down of heel lifts again. And go 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. There you are. Now, if you have a chance, check your heart rate, and get a general idea of how that's changed. When you start using these techniques, you vitalize and maximize those mental and desk assignments. Remember, your body is packed with resources that are quickly accessible and for cognitive performance. Use these resources for your advantage to decongest, stretch and flexibility, strengthen legs for balance and support, and shrink that waistline. So, when in doubt, festivate instead of medicate. So, all to you and for your health. Thank you.